Hi, welcome to Hey Parents, Let's Chat. I am Jess Hunt, where we're trying to create a community online, a resource for parents at heyparentsletschat.com, where if there's something that you're struggling with or something that you're having an issue with, you can go to heyparentsletschat.com, you can look up the video, you can watch it and learn from it, but you can also comment on that subject so that you can share your ideas, share your experiences, and also read other people's comments and learn from them because the more we share, the more we learn, and the better parents we all become. So for today's chat, I wanted to have a conversation about something that I think every single parent goes through, and that is when you have one person that says yes and one person that says no to the same thing. When we disagree on certain rules of the house or the way things should go. And it's something that we all deal with. But how do we deal with that? How do we do it in a positive, productive way that's not confusing for the kids? And so I'm going to refer to the word team throughout this video. I'm going to talk about what that word team actually looks like. But I first wanted to talk about what happens when you have two parents that disagree. We've got one person that says yes, one person that says no. I'm just going to throw an example out there. This is really simple and really silly, but let's just talk about no snacks before dinner, okay? You might have the mom who says no snacks before dinner to the kids. Dad comes home from work and they're sharing little snacks with the kids because he's relaxing and trying to bond with the kids. Mom has said no to snacks. Dad is saying yes to snacks. That's confusing for the kids. And so it's confusing for the kids, but it also gives them opportunity to play off the parents. And if they're not getting what they want from one parent, they know they can go to the other. And that's not good either. So here's where the word team comes in, because parents really need to be acting as a team to have a united front in front of the kids. Here you've got mom who is working hard making dinner, and she doesn't want her kids to have full bellies and then not eat any of the healthy foods that she's making. But then you've got dad coming home from work. He wants to bond with the kids. What's wrong? A little snack, no big deal. Well, this becomes an issue. So in order to deal with that, disagreements need to be handled, in my opinion, privately. This should not be an argument or a disagreement that is discussed in front of the kids. So dad's in the living room having snacks with the kids. Mom comes in yelling, I said no snacks, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's no need of that. You need to have that conversation with your partner in private at a different time. And then what happens in our house is we always go with the strongest no wins. And so whoever feels the most strongly about a rule or the way something should operate in a house, that person wins. And so, for instance, with the whole snack before dinner rule, mom and dad, they're a team, and this is where the word team comes in. They need to have that conversation in private where they're going to talk about, okay, dad's going to say, what is the big deal? I was just having a snack with the kids. Mom's going to say, listen, honey, I have been spending an hour cooking dinner, and I want to make sure that the kids are going to have a healthy meal. They're not going to eat a healthy meal if they're getting full before dinner. Dad's not really caring either way, but clearly mom feels stronger. Mom has the stronger no. That is her opinion. She's feeling strongly about it. So the agreement then becomes the stronger no wins. So the rule becomes no snack before dinner. And this conversation needs to happen in private, but then they have a united front in front of the kids. And from there on out, both are in agreement that kids will not have snacks before dinner. And so they have a united front. The kids cannot play one parent off of another. It's not confusing for the kids. They are no longer having the opportunity to manipulate. And so you really have to have that united front with the kids, okay? Now, let's talk about the word team, okay? Because your team can look different. In our house, my husband and I are married, so we are a team. But we also have people who are also a part of that team. So when my mother in law comes to visit, she's a part of our team. She helps us to uphold some of the rules that we have. And so she's a part of our team too. Because if we have rules that are set in our house, we want to make sure that everybody follows them. And people coming into our house and then undermining those rules, that's going to be a whole nother video. That's also a pretty serious subject, which is why you want to make sure that you have a strong team. And so that, my husband and I, for instance, we do not undermine each other. We communicate pretty clearly. We are very honest with our feelings. And there are some things I just don't care about, but that he feels super strongly about. So again, the stronger no wins. Now, I don't really care what your family looks like. You have to have a team. So for instance, you could be divorced parents and you've got mom and dad, separate households. You are still a part of a team. When you think about who is on your team, they are people, adults in your life, that are helping you to raise amazing little human beings. And these amazing little human beings need to have people on their team that are looking out for their best interest. So the people on your team have one goal: looking out for the best interest of the kids every time, bottom line. And if you have an adult that is not always agreeing with your rules, they're not looking out for the best interest of your kids, they're not part of your team. Does that mean that you cut them out of your life, you don't see them anymore? Well, that's not my job. That's up to you. You can decide. I don't know everyone's relationships, but that just means they're not part of your team. And perhaps they aren't going to be left supervising your kids because you know that they're going to break the rules that you've set. And so those are decisions that you're going to need to make for your own family. Now, getting back to what the team looks like. You could have divorced parents, and I know families with divorced parents that co-parent beautifully. As a teacher, I've had parent-teacher conferences where everyone comes in. I can't even tell who's married and who's divorced because they're all getting along so well, and it is because they are a team. Whether it's stepmom, dad, bio dad, bio mom, like it doesn't matter. They are all looking out for what is in the best interest of their shared children. They are a team. Okay, let's say you're a single mom and you're doing this completely on your own. Well, you don't really have to be doing it completely solo. You can have other people on your team. You might have a dad or a mom that lives in town and they're helping you out. Well, they also need to be a part of your team, and you need to explain to them, hey, I've got this issue going on, I'm not really sure about this. Can we talk about it? Can we come up with a rule? Let's have a shared rule so that we're all on the same team, having a united front. And then have that conversation with that person and come up with the rule, and then have a united front with the kids. And that way there's no confusion, there's no misunderstandings, and the kids have very clear expectations, and you and your team are a solid force that your kids can't do anything with. They can't manipulate you. They can't go to one parent or one person on your team rather than the other. It makes for a much smoother environment, a lot less arguing. I'm going to give you a couple examples. So when my kids were younger, my son went through a phase where he liked to wear baseball caps, but he liked the caps like that had the flat edge. We call them flat caps. And he liked the flat caps. My husband hates flat caps. He didn't want my son wearing them because he had a conversation with my son about reputation and image and all of these things. And I was like, I don't really care. I know it's a phase. It's going to end. He's just expressing himself. What is the big deal? So I didn't care. But my husband did. And he felt very strongly about it. So he was the strongest no. He won. The rule became no flat caps. That was just one example. Thinking about children who are older, right? Let's say you have teenagers and you might be prom dress shopping or even just clothes shopping in general, where some of the outfits that girls can be buying right now, some can be very promiscuous. Shorts that are too short, shirts that have spaghetti straps, dresses that are too revealing. And so this is one of those issues where you have to have those conversations in private. And mom or dad can share their opinion, and then whoever has the strongest no wins, and then they have a united front. And so this is how we handled it in our house. And I found it to be extremely helpful. It helped with communication. It made sure that we were having these conversations in private. And I respected his stronger no. He respected my stronger no. And that's part of the process, because when you're part of a team and you have teamwork, you're working together and you have to have mutual respect. And so then the kids will also in turn respect your rules. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys found this helpful. And I hope that it's a strategy that you can use within your house anytime there's a disagreement. If you find yourself disagreeing like in the moment, be like, hey, you know what, let's take a break and we'll talk about this later. I'd love to hear your ideas. And then talk about it in private. And then make sure that you share with the kids pretty clearly what the new rule is going to be. So I hope that the strongest no strategy wins for you or works for you. And if you have found value in our video, I hope that you subscribe, share this video with others who could benefit, invite others to join our chats. Again, you can go to heyparents.letschat.com, look at any of the videos, watch and learn from them, but then add your comments. The comments are never date stamped. And you can provide an anonymous name so that you don't have to, if you're worried about being anonymous. And I did that for a reason, because it doesn't matter when the comment was posted. A comment, 3 months ago is just as important as a comment that was posted yesterday. What's important is the content of the comment. So if you have ideas, experiences others can learn from, share at heyparents.letschat. Share at, you need to slow down, heyparents.letschat.com, because the more we share, the more we learn, and the better parents we become. So thank you for joining us. Again, subscribe if you have not done it already. It's free, and I will not be filling up your email with junk mail. And all it does is show your support for our parenting messages, and I hope that this parenting message has helped. So thank you for joining us.